Okay, so I want to talk about volume a little bit and how you might do some further arranging. So you'll notice that I've got a clip right here, and right now I'm on the hybrid tool, so I'm moving this with my right click, of course. So what you got right here is you have a way where if you only want to use part of the file, you can just shorten it up by holding the mouse over so you see these little double lines, and these kind of caterpillar it in or out. That's what I call it, by the way, caterpillaring. I don't know if that's a real term, but I like it. So notice that thing will just go in or out, and it's almost like you're just using this, but it doesn't change anything. It's not like if you go to the edit view and you like cut it off here or cut off there. That changes the file forever if you save it. That's destructive way of editing. But in the multi-track view, everything is non-destructive. And what that means is that the file is just kind of sitting on your hard drive somewhere, and that when you kind of move this in or out, it just says, hey, this is what Paul wants to do with it right now, but I know I'm not going to mess up the file. So that's really, really nice that it does that. But what if you did want to fade in the volume from here to there or there to here? It wouldn't do any good to go to multi-track view and try to highlight that section, because the whole file shows up, not just the section that you're using. So if you want just to fade the volume in, this volume line is always sitting there, living there, waiting there for you. Just click on it to get a node and do what you want with it. So if I want to fade it in, fade her out, that's what I do. Most people like these volume fades, but some people don't, and they think it's too abrupt. It comes in really, really strong. It's a linear fade, but doesn't kind of move into level volume very smooth. And so you have another option. You can right click on any clip you want to do this to. You go to clip envelopes and you say, hey, use the splines. And what the splines do is they give you a way to get a nice smooth fade, or as I say, smooth. So if I wanted two clips to kind of like fade together pretty nice, then maybe on this other clip I'd also want to use a spline. And you got to set it for each clip. It's kind of a bummer. I wish you could just say use splines all the time. Maybe we'll do that one day. And then you can just move it how you want it. You like this disco in the background? It is crazy, I know. Alright, so anyway, so that's fading sounds in or out, so that's volume. There's another volume control too, and that's if, say these were both on the same line, and you want just the overall volume to kind of be low or high. That affects everything on the track. So everything on the track is affected by this. So that if this was low and that was loud, the overall volume will be low, but this will be lower than that. Does that make any kind of sense? Anyway, I don't use this volume too much. I just use these things. But if you know overall the track is too loud, then just come over here and throw it down. It's the same thing as if you go to the mixer screen, which is over here, and then you say, hey, whatever track I was on, which was track 3, take that whole thing down some. But we'll talk about the mixer way later on. Okay, so anyway, that's volumes. Oh, how do you get rid of these things if you don't like them? So you got these splines all over the place and these nodes or whatever, and you just want to get rid of a few nodes. Well, it's kind of a pain in the butt the way you get rid of them, but you gotta highlight the area. So just go to one of the tools where you can actually highlight it, and then right click. And in the same place you found the splines, go to clip envelope and go to volume, and then you go to clear selected points, and now they're all gone. But be careful, because now look, this volume's on the floor, so you won't hear anything unless you throw it back up again. It does that sometimes. Okay, so that's volumes in a nutshell. The only thing I didn't tell you about is that there's another way to control volume, but we'll talk about that in the midterm, and that's down here where you can automate things. But more on that later on.